आपका बोलना चाहिए। सबको तो बोल दिया अभिषेक को, राकेश का चाहिए।
Kailash sir, can we start the session? I would like to ask the technical team, is the meeting recording started so that we can proceed with the session?
Yes, ma'am. You can start, ma'am. We are on live.
We are online. All right. Good afternoon to all of you. Welcome back to the day 4 of our FDP. Today we are going to have two insightful sessions lined up. To begin with, our first session we have is on AI based research presentation and visualization using Power BI. And we are again delighted to have Dr. Dhaval Mehta with us as an expert speaker for the first session. It's my pleasure to introduce him to you all. I'll be brief this time. Dr. Dhaval Mehta is a professor at Veer Narmad South Gujarat University, Surat, with over 22 years of teaching experience and prior industry exposure at ICICI Bank and HDFC Limited. He specializes in quantitative methods, financial management, and research methodology. Dr. Dhaval has published more than 40 research papers, authored book on R and Minitab, and he also runs a YouTube channel with offering a free tutorials on research tools. He is a renowned trainer and has conducted workshops at IIMs, NITs, and other eminent institutions. He has trained over 10,000 plus faculties and professionals in the various data analysis software. Well, without further ado, I would like to invite our expert for today's session, Dr. Dhaval sir. Sir, over to you.
Yes, ma'am, starting just a minute.
Yes, sir, no problem. Meanwhile, we would like to request the participants to please keep yourself on mute throughout. In case of any query, you can raise your hand and you can put your query in the chat box also. We are monitoring the attendance as well. So we request you to please be connected throughout. Without the attendance protocol, we'll not be able to provide you with the certificates. It's a humble request to stay connected with us.
Is there any way in which I can share the data file, Disha ma'am? Because you have activated the Dropbox in the chat box. Anyway, what I'll do, I'll send to Shivani ma'am, or you are having a WhatsApp group, I'll send to someone.
Yes, sir. You can share it to us. We will share it in the WhatsApp group, or else, sir, if you can try, you can share it in chat box. Is it possible?
No, it's not possible. That's the reason I told you. Anyway, first of all, let's all of you just install this software. Sharing the screen with you. It will hardly take 5 minutes. So this is the procedure which you have to follow. Power BI. Please write down in Google, Power BI download. Please write it, Power BI download. It's a free software. Now click here and press this download. Press this download. Please write in the chat box, have you started downloading? Meanwhile, I'm sending the data set to you.
चले जा रहे हैं, मैडम को भी जाना था।
हा इथे काय टाकू हे बघ स्पेसिफिक अटल कॅबे एंट्री सर्टिफिकेट फॉर द सेक्रेटरी वर्क
I have shared the data set to Shivani ma'am. Please confirm, Shivani ma'am, are you having it? I have shared the data set with Shivani ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Please share it in WhatsApp group, and
Yes.
when all of you have completed downloading, write done in the chat box. सही.
સર પ્રોજેક્ટની પ્રિન્ટ કરવા જાઉં છું ને તો આપણે જનરલ સ્ટડી ડેટા એનાલિસિસના નીચે મૂકવાની છે કે ઉપર
એટલે
જનરલ સ્ટડીની ખાલી બેઝિક ઇન્ફોર્મેશન છે ઇન્ટ્રોડક્શન
Is the software working now? Just check it. Is software working? Check. You should get this type of screen. Sharing the screen with you, Power BI. Wait a minute. You should get this type of screen. Got it? Download the data also. Send to Shivani ma'am. Starting the session, get ready. Now click here, sign in. Click here, sign in. No need to enter anything. It's not necessary for you to enter anything. Just cross it. Just cross it. Minu Swarup ma'am, see this is the, you have to write in Google Power BI download. Click on the first link, Power BI download, and here the download button is there. Minu ma'am, is it okay? Minu Swarup. Okay, let's start the session. Click here. Now get data. Click here. Get data. Text CSV. The Superstore file which I have sent to you, connect it here. Open. Connect it. Done. Got this screen? Got this screen? Please confirm. Please write, did you got this screen or not? Write in the chat box. Anybody requires repetition? You are not writing anything in the chat box. Anybody requires repetition? Hello. Okay. First, just confirm that are you on the screen or not. Ariba, Tisha, are you on the screen or not? Just confirm it first. Indu. Okay. Now click here, get data. Okay, I'm waiting for both of you. Please complete the downloading. Ariba, Tisha, please complete the downloading. Wow, I'll give you 2 minutes. Hardly it takes 2 minutes, not more than that. Otherwise, the recorded sessions are already there. Okay. No, only one file is enough. Only 64 is, yeah, 64 one is enough. It will work.
मैं कौन सा भी होता हूँ इसका
Okay, starting the session. Get data, CSV, click on the superstore and connect it here, done. Press load, done. The data set will be loaded on this side, last column. Just check, is it loaded or not? Last side. Now you can open this arrow and see all the variables. Done? Got it? Got it? Okay. Now, the visualizations are here. Here are the visualizations. These are filters. 3 layers are there. 1, 2, and 3. We start with a very basic one. Click here. Stacked bar chart. Stacked bar chart. Click here. Now, just see this y-axis and x-axis. Pick up this category of the product and drop it in y. And similarly, pick up and drop it in x-axis. Your chart will be ready. Your chart will get ready. See. Then you listen carefully. Listen carefully. Okay. Recordings are there. YouTube videos are also there. Same data set is there. Listen carefully. You have to drop category in y-axis and x-axis count of category, and your graph is ready. See. Done? Please confirm. Data file I have given to you. Data file is there in the WhatsApp. Meenu ma'am. Data file is there in the WhatsApp. Repeat plot. Okay. Please select the bar chart from here. Pick up category and drop it in y-axis. Pick up category and drop it in x-axis. Done? Now you can expand this thing from here. Over your mouse on any of the bar, and it will tell you that in this category there are 6,026 office supplies. This is office supplies category. Furniture, technology. Now, close this and include profit in x-axis. So this will be the summation of the profit.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir,
Hmm.
this file, how we have to, how took this to this file? That Excel file we have submitted, where you imported this to this BI?
Get data,
Okay.
text CSV, and connect it.
Get data text.
And press load.
It's still taking time. Okay.
Done?
Almost done, sir. It will take some time to download.
Okay. See, why Power BI is so popular? Because we can enter many more dimensions into the file. Pick up the legend from here, the segment of the product, and drop it in legend. We will the chart will have now the bands 1, 2, 3. Again, include the region in it. Done? Please write, did you got this output or not? Repeat. Gurmit Kaur, see, it's very simple. Gurmit Kaur, see. On y-axis, take category, x-axis, sum of profit, segment and region. You will be able to do. Try. Where is sum? Only count showing. Okay. Possibly you have included here category. Change this and make it profit. Okay. Then it will give you. If you take a categorical variable, it will show the count only. Pick up continuous variable. That is profit, price. Okay. Do it. Right. Now let's proceed further. Remove region from here. Back to the report. One chart ready. See, one chart is ready. Now see on the screen. I can convert this into the vertical column chart,
रेट इसका बज रहा है अभी
clustered bar chart,
बंद ही नहीं हो रहा आनंद का है
clustered
क्या
column chart, and 100% stacked column chart. I can convert this way. Done? Is it done? Okay. Now see, any chart has got the internal settings and the outside settings. Activate the chart, go here, format your visuals. We will get two options, visuals and general. Visuals and general. Are you getting it? Please confirm. You will get this option only when the chart is active. Okay, fine. Now click on x-axis, a window will appear. From here, I can change the color, right? I can change the color of x-axis. Just see this technology. I can change the color, right? So I will keep at present the color all black, right? All keep it black only. Done. Now collapse. Title can be changed from here. Title of x-axis, the category which has been displayed here, I can change it. Layout can be changed. Normally, we don't include the grid line in our outputs. So off the horizontal grid line, they are gone. Columns colors can be changed. Column colors can be changed. So I can pick up a consumer color. Here it is blue. Let's change the color to something else. Done. The color can be changed. Okay, I can change the color. Done. Okay, now activate this. Go in general.
Sir, my file opened.
Yeah.
Just I wanted some inputs up. Uh,
Share
if you
your
don't,
screen. Share your
can I
screen.
see? Okay, okay, sir, just. Are you able to see, sir?
Yeah. Open the screen.
Yes. This is my screen. Okay. So I have to go to open.
Click on sign in. Click on sign in. This side. Sign in.
Okay, okay. This one. Okay.
Wait. Cancel.
Where is popular? This one close.
Hmm.
Okay.
Cancel. Cancel. No need to do anything.
Okay. Okay.
Now go on the top, get data.
Get data. Okay.
Connect CSV file.
Connect.
CSV. Second one.
Yes. This one, sir.
Hmm.
This one.
Hmm.
CSP. Okay.
Connect. Connect.
So this is the style file you have given. So I am taking this. Okay, sir. Okay. Load.
Load.
Load it. Do I need to apply the changes here?
No, it will do on its own.
Okay. Done. Then what will be the next step, sir? Suppose now it is file is uploaded.
Activate the plot, one plot.
Get activated plot. Which one?
Oh,
This
no, not that one, this one, visualizations.
here. Okay.
No, go at the bottom.
Visualize.
No, go at the bottom. First one, click on the first one. Be very slow.
Keep all the files.
No, go very slow. See, below the visualization, there is a chart. See on the top, horizontal chart. Activate it.
Which one, sir? In from this?
First one, first one.
This
Ah,
one. This one.
okay, we
Okay,
are with
okay,
you.
okay.
Don't worry, we are with you. Okay, have patience.
Okay. Okay.
Done. Now
Okay.
open this superstore on right hand side. Open this superstore right hand side. Yeah.
Right
See at the
hand side.
bottom.
Superstore.
Open it.
Okay.
No, no,
Okay.
no. Open that arrow.
Now-
Open that arrow.
Okay.
Now pick up category and drop it in y-axis. Category and drop it in y-axis in the center.
Okay.
Center.
Category.
Center. There is a y-axis. There is a y-axis.
Y-axis here.
Ah.
Okay.
Profit x-axis.
Profit x-axis. Okay.
Done.
Okay.
And segment in legend.
Where is that, sir?
Segment.
Legend. Huh?
Segment
to do?
this side. Segment is a variable. Pick up from here and drop it in.
Acha, okay. Segment will put in the segment. Okay. Small multiple.
Okay, withdraw your screen.
Which acha, I will remove now. Okay. Stop sharing now.
Now again activate this and go here and general, and in general activate effects, and I want a background, light background. Activate a light background will appear, or any of the background, light background. Select the light background. So I select a light background. Done. With me, all of you. With me. Done. Okay. Make sure again you activate. See, all the settings will appear only in the scenario when this is active. So click here, general. Go in effects. I want the visual border. Done. Visual border should be of black color. Okay. And the corners should be rounded. Done. Shadow I want of black color. Done. And it should be outside bottom right. Done. Got it? Got it? Can I add the x-axis and y-axis data I have loaded? You added, no, on x-axis and y-axis. Okay, you want what you want me to display? Don't worry, I'll click here. See, on x-axis from here, open it. Open this. Activate category and sum of profit. Done. Okay, now create the next chart. Make sure that you click outside this box. You click outside this visualization. Otherwise, if you try to create just a minute. Sir. Stuck. Okay. Click outside this box and select one another chart, that is line chart. Line chart. Chart outline. Richa ma'am, click here. Go here. General. Effects. You can change the chart outline. Now this is a line chart. So here I will require a time variable, okay? Time variable. So go here, all of you, see the order date. I will drag it and drop it order date here. And sales on y-axis. Just check, is it giving me the output? Is it giving me the output? Please confirm.
Mine output is little bit different. Excellent. You have put in the x-axis order date, no? And y-axis sum of the cells. Only these two, no? And why my graph is showing differently? 20, those are show the 17. 2010. My location is
Share your screen.
okay. This is different. Your
Wait. Remove that order date from x-axis.
order date I will remove. Okay.
Double click on order date. Double click on order
Order.
date.
Okay.
Now go on the top and
Yeah.
change the data type on the top left corner. Top left corner. Change the data type to data type
Data type text here.
date and date. Change it to date.
Time date. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Now come on this x-axis.
X-axis. Okay.
Click on cross. Remove it. Remove the field.
This one. Total I will remove.
Top
Order
on the
date.
top. Remove the field.
Okay.
Now expand that order date. There is an arrow. Expand that order date. This side in variables. Expand that order date. Expand.
no expand.
There is an arrow. See near order date.
This one. Okay. Okay.
No, not this one.
Expand all. Expand.
Expand all. Okay. Expand all.
Okay.
Now pick up year.
Only year I will take. No?
Only pick up year.
Okay.
Pick up year. Now quarter.
Now I will go to order.
quarter,
Here,
pick up
here
quarter.
are,
Hmm.
where is the order, sir? This one. Okay.
Okay, do one thing, click on refresh now. See on the top there is a thing which has appeared. Refresh now. Yeah, one more refresh, near visualization.
Where is that visualization, summarization? Which menus are here? Home or
Here,
insert or?
same menu, see the exclamation mark. Can you see one or more calculator objects need to be refreshed? Click on that refresh now. Near
I
visualization.
have not that visualization. Where is it, sir? Model. Because we have to get acquainted with this menus also. No?
See on the near where visualization is written, find it out in the center. See visualization.
On the screen, on this board, or you are on the menu?
Just a minute. You withdraw your screen. See here it is written refresh near visualization here.
I will stop my sharing. Okay.
Near visualization.
अच्छा, visualization. Okay, here. Okay.
Now I want to copy the formatting.
Refresh now.
Yeah, copy the formatting of this to this. So select this, format the painter, and just release the painter. I repeat.
The background color did not copy paste, sir. Only
Click
other
here,
thing got copy
format
paste.
painter, and click it here. Okay. Now we'll go for the next type of chart, which is area chart. Make sure that you select this white canvas and both these graphs are inactive. And this is area chart. On x-axis, I require year. Y-axis, I require sales. And segment I require in legend. So segment, let's pick up category. This is better. Now click here, format the painter and drop it. Done. area chart. Okay. Order date, sales, and category. Done. Okay, fine. Now let's see the another duo combo chart. So make some space here. Okay, make some space here like this because we are going to use the top portion also. Anyway, keep the place like this only. Anyway, keep the place like this. This. And go here, insert, pick up one shape. That is this one, rounded rectangle, and fit it here, rounded rectangle.
So where you got this, sir? Box, blue color box?
Yeah, what is the question? Hello?
From where you got this blue color box, sir?
From here. Insert, shapes, and here.
It is in the format, no?
Hmm.
Format. Format.
Now select this. Okay. Format the painter and click here. Done. So again, you will get this type of screen.
Menus are not getting activated, sir, in my format. Under the format, some menus are not getting activated, like insert and all.
No, click here and first activate any chart.
Okay, okay.
Then click here. Now
After activating the chart, we will click there.
select select in field, select this color. In shape, select this color, and I don't require any border. Now I want to give a name here. So I'll pick up the text box and I'll write, let's say Zodiac, ABC Limited. Let's maybe very simple, ABC Limited. I want to introduce the sign here. ABC Limited. Make this background also blurred. Just a minute. Okay. See, I repeat again. You have to take this box, write ABC Limited, go in general, in effects, make the color white and the transparency should be increased. Transparency should be increased. Done. I have joined, no need to worry. I have joined again. Sharing the screen with all of you. Is screen visible? Please confirm. Power BI screen is visible. Please confirm. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all of you have reached till this level. Okay. Now let's try to bring some more nuances in it. Again, go in insert, activate the shape, and this time activate this one. Okay, this one. Enlarge it, and push it. Push this. Okay, increase and push as much as you can. Right click. Just a minute. I want to take it behind this. Wait, what was my command? Yeah, here is it. Format, send backward, send it backward. Send to back. Has it gone back? Check. In format, send backward. Has it gone back? Please confirm. Has it gone back? Okay. Still uplift it a little bit. Still uplift it a little bit. I'll tell you the reason for it. Okay. Now, make sure that there is an equal spacing here. Now I'll bring the new widgets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's bring the new widget from here. And this time, make sure you click on the white portion, and this is a funnel chart. Click here. Funnel chart. And in this, pick up subcategory, done. And sales, done. Now select this, format the painter and drop it. Done. Okay. Activate
Sir,
this.
can you again show how this box you brought from this funnel table?
Which one?
This ABC Limited again.
This is from here. Insert text box.
Okay.
Okay, done. Now make this widget, this visualization of same shape as this one. It should be of the same shape. Okay, make it of the same shape. Okay, it's of the same shape. Done. Now activate the pie chart from here. Pie chart. Done. Bring your legend, that is segment and sales. Click here, format the painter. Done. Done. Now bring one more visualization, that is the donut chart. Done. Now copy this shape, Control V, bring it bottom at the bottom and send backward. Send this also backward. Okay. In case if this does not come forward, format, bring forward, done. Click here, bring forward, done. Clear? Now here there will be KPIs. Here there will be some KPIs. Click on it and just drop sales. The numbers will appear. The numbers will appear. Again, click here, format the painter, done. Now I want to indicate some more KPIs, but before that, this page which is of white color, no, this page which is of white color, I want to color this page. So click somewhere in this part, not this shape. This shape should not get activated. And in this, format your visuals, wallpaper, select the color and take the light color and just see. Let's take it more light color. Which one is more suitable? I feel that this is more suitable, or yeah, that's fine. Okay. In case if you feel that this is becoming too gaudy, suppress this side, done. Suppress this side, done. Clear? Still there is one more option. I'll remove this shape, insert the image of the organization. Image I have introduced. Still I can do one more thing and bring it down and take it here. Double click, general, effects, on, background disappear, background disappear, done. Okay, we can bring images also. Now I want some more KPIs from here. Click here, copy the visual, done. Control V, and from here, instead of sales, make it profit. Done. Done. With me, say yes or no. With me, say yes or no. Hello. Okay, still there is one more option to create the dashboard. When you do a consultancy, still there is one more option. Let's remove this part. Let's remove this part. Let's remove this part also. Bring this in the center. Okay. And in this area, format, wallpaper, browse, bring the logo here, and behind there will be a logo which will be displayed. See this logo. There is a logo behind. Now make some space. Okay. This is also possible. Okay, this is also possible. In case you don't want to keep such thing, then remove it from here. Now, we will have to create some space because I want to enter some filters are to be introduced. Okay, so minimize this shape. Done. Minimize this shape. Done. Take this on the top. Take this on the top. Done. Make the size of equal. Done. Make this size also equal. Done. Okay, copy the visual. Done. One, Control V. Okay, fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. And here I will take a quantity. Okay. Now let's introduce the slicers here. Insert. There are some slicers here. Done. Bring it here. And the slicing is to be done according to the categorical variable. So pick up the category. Done. Drop it here. Format the painter. Home. Format. Done. Now close this window. So we don't want the checkbox. Go in the slicer setting and make it drop down. Okay, waiting for all of you. Please complete this much part. Please complete this much part. Okay, now what it's actually doing, see what it's actually doing. If I click here and activate furniture, all these things will change. See, office supplies, technology, furniture, right? All the figures change and they are only of furniture. And if you want to erase all this, here there is a erase button. Now I want one more filter, copy the visual, Control V, done. And from here I will change this to region specific. Done. Copy the visual. Done. Control V, bring it here. and I'll write this as segment. Okay, done. Okay, is it clear? Done. Now, what are the types of themes we have done? What are types of themes we have created? Let's see. It's amazing. This world is also amazing. This was one for the airline company. Can you see? These are the filters. Chart. This is created by one of my student. Rashtriya Raksha University, one of my student again. The YouTube video of this is available on in Power BI playlist, Toy Store Board, HR Analytics, Sports Analytics. Coca-Cola. This is what you have used, funnel chart. These are KPIs on the top, which you have used. Entire black and white theme. Adidas again. See this shape we have created. See this, all the shapes we have created. Okay. Now, if you want to create something more, you can go on page 2 also. Here is it, page 2, page 1. Right? So thank you all of you. I hope you enjoyed the session. Over to you, organizers. Thank you for inviting me. Any questions, specific questions? Thank you. Thank you, Arshna ma'am. Thank you. Any questions are there, please ask. Any questions are there, please ask. You can switch on your videos. Over to you, Shivani ma'am. Hello.
Sir, these panels you have created that can be taken to Word and other PowerPoint also.
Yeah, you can take it there. You can take it there. Any other question is there, please ask. No? Nobody's having a question? Okay. So Hello. Yeah, you require practice. All softwares require practice. That's right. That's right. It requires a lot of practice. So I take the leave. Thank you, all of you. Dr. Shivani, are you there? Dr. Indu? Not there. Okay. Thank you.
Is there anyone who is having some questions? We'll be starting our next session from 3 p.m. We request the participants to please stay connected.
या आप एकेडमिक फॉर्म्स में जाइए प्रोफाइल में
Dear participants, there is some connection issue with our expert of second session. She will be joining after 10 minutes. We request you to please stay connected. Our session will start after 10 minutes.
बनाओ तुरंत पोस्ट बनाओ मैडम
We request the participants to please keep yourself on mute. Our expert is joining the session. We'll be starting the session very shortly. Please stay connected.
पाँच से सात तो बिल्कुल नहीं करना चाहिए, पहले तो नहीं है।
We request the participants to please keep yourself on mute. Shivani ma'am, when can we expect our expert to join the session? Kailash sir, are you there?
Yes, Sisa ma'am.
Ma'am, when can we expect the expert to join the session?
She said that
Ma'am,
only we need
ma'am,
10
very soon
minutes.
they'll be joining.
All right, sir, we'll wait. We request the participants to please stay connected. Meanwhile, ma'am, you can ask the other participants in the group on the WhatsApp group to join the session.
Okay, sure.
If there is someone who is not added in the WhatsApp group, please drop your number or name in the chat box so that we can add you.
या तो रिप्लाई कर बात कर लेना, ठीक है?
हाँ ना। Hello.
Hello. Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi,
Have you
good
joined the
afternoon.
session?
Yeah, we can start.
All right. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Uh, I think all the participants have joined. Shivani ma'am, can you proceed with the session? All right, we are starting the session. Welcome back and a very good afternoon, ma'am, and to all the participants present. Today we are having the second session of Dr. Tanushri Bhattacharya ji, which is on the machine learning for research. Before starting the session, I would like to introduce again, it will be a brief introduction. Dr. Tanushri Bhattacharya ji is an assistant professor in the Business Analytics Department of KJ Somaiya Institute of Management. She is pursuing a PhD in data science and holds a postgraduate degree from University of Mumbai. She is a certified data scientist and a business analyst. She is skilled in Python, R, Tableau, Power BI, and neural networks. With a background of education management and industry, she has taught students and professionals and previously served as COO and co-founder of Cognito Knowledge Tech Private Limited. Her work reflects a strong commitment to data-driven insights and continuous growth. Ma'am, couldn't wait for the session. Over to you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So, my first question will be, do you remember what we did in the last class? You can just type in the chat box. Okay, so in the last class, I'm audible, right? As well as my screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so going ahead. So, in the last class, I hope you all enjoyed the session. Rather than enjoyed, you got intrigued with the concepts of ML. Uh, so today we are going to go ahead trying to do some more in-depth analytics. Okay, as I always do, I'll explain the theoretical concept first, and then parallelly I will go ahead with the implementation. Now to just quickly revise, we did logistic regression using Python in the last class, and the flow was that we did some, we called the data, did some EDA, and try to look into the null values. Okay, some visualizations we did. I explained you how to interpret the box plots. Box plot is one of the most important plots of or visualization technique that are used in machine learning, because it helps us to study the extreme values and how those extreme values affect the observations. Okay, so I gave you the rule that the null values, the missing values, the box plots, all of those should be having at least 5% of the weightage in your data. So column wise, so if I talk about, there are 13 to 14 columns in your data. Individual columns you should check. The count of null value shouldn't be 5% of the total count of the column. Then after this, I showed you how to plot this type of histograms. So this helps you to understand the skewness of the data. Okay, whether your data is left skewed, right skewed. Okay, but decision trees are not, we would say, statistical machine learning algorithms. Statistical machine learning algorithm is linear regression and all its subcategories. From classification like your logistic, your decision tree, from here our classification becomes non-statistical. These are non-parametric classification. So as such, the box outliers or the histograms are not going to impact much in the observations, but it is always necessary for you to study those before we go ahead. Okay, for building the models. Now after this, we studied about dividing the data into train and test. Okay, so we divided the data into train and test data. I told you it is always the rule that we divide our data into 80, 20, 70, 30%. Maximum amount of data should be given to the training wherein we are building the model, and some part of the actual data set should be given for testing. After this, I showed you that we got the training accuracy of 95%. The test accuracy was of somewhere around 95%. So there was a very little difference between train and test accuracy. Train and test accuracy should be within the gap of 5%. Your train and test accuracy shouldn't go beyond this limit. In some time, I'll explain you why we have to follow this rule. Okay, while doing that, I skipped this particular thing, which is called as the odds ratio. Now, when I talk about logistic regression, understanding odds ratio is very important. So till accuracy, I think I gave you the code. You have to rerun the code again before you start implementing this one. I will paste this code in the chat box. You can run this code along with me. Now here what it is given, you have to again take care of this indentions that are given. Okay, so now what is odds ratio? So if you see all the features that we are having, the 29 features, actually the data set consisted of 32 features. The first ID we dropped, the last column we dropped, and the y-axis we converted into 0 and 1. So we are left with 29 columns. Okay. Now, this is very important to understand the concept of odds ratio when we are interpreting logistic regression. As I told you, as you are going to write research papers, interpretation of any algorithm is going to be the most important. Running algorithm is or executing an algorithm is okay, but for you to understand, it is necessary for you to know how to interpret the results. Okay. Now just check what it is given over here. So if you see in this odds ratio, I have written the in-depth interpretation. So it says that first you should understand what is odds ratio. Now in logistic regression, it says that the odds ratio for a feature, for a particular feature, understand this, and then the interpretation has to go like this. So what is an odds ratio? In logistic regression, the odds ratio for a feature represents the change in the odds, represents the change in the odds of the outcome. Okay. In this case, a malignant diagnosis. So what is our output variable? Diagnosis. We have to just check whether our Y is affected by individual feature or not. Okay, so what it says, the odds ratio for a feature. So out of this, for every feature, we are going to check and interpret the odds ratio. So again, coming back, it says that odds ratio for a feature represents the change in the odds of the outcome. Okay, in this case, a malignant diagnosis. So what is our Y? Diagnosis whether my tumor is going to be malignant or not. Okay, which is our positive class. So the odds ratio will always impact the positive class in your data set. So if I have given malignant as positive as 1, so we are going to check for the interpretation of the malignant class and the effect of individual feature on this particular class. Now see what it says. For a unit increase in a feature, assuming that all other features are held constant. Now suppose I am having 29 features over here. To predict whether the tumor will be malignant or not, what we are going to do, we are going to take individual feature and study its odds ratio. And then we are going to see, based on this ratio, how it is impacting the effect on my y variable, that is my tumor being malignant or not. Now there are three categories of odds ratio. If my odds ratio is greater than 1, if my odds ratio is less than 1, and if my odds ratio is equal to 1 or it is nearing to 1. So when I say that my odds ratio is greater than 1, so how it is interpreted? If the odds ratio for a feature is greater than 1, it means that for every 1 unit increase in the feature, every 1 unit increase in the feature, the odds of the malignant diagnosis increase. So if my odds ratio is greater than 1 and if the feature value increases by 1 unit, then my probability of my tumor being detected as malignant also increases by that particular unit. This is what is the odds ratio. Are you able to understand this, guys? Please write in the chat box yes or no if you are getting, else I'll explain it once again. You need to understand this. This is one of the most important concept of logistic regression. Now over here I have interpreted, see, a larger odds ratio, when I move further away from 1, it indicates that a stronger positive association with the malignant diagnosis. For example, an odds ratio of 2 means that 1 unit increase in the feature. If my feature value increases by 1 unit, then the feature, then the prediction of it being detected as malignant also increases by double. This is the interpretation. If my odds ratio is less than 1, then every unit increase in the feature is going to decrease the diagnosis from being malignant. So it will move more towards being benign. This is what is the interpretation of odds ratio. Okay. Now a smaller odds ratio 0 indicates a stronger negative correlation with the malignant diagnosis. Okay. Now when it is very near to 1, it indicates that there is no impact of that particular feature on the y variable. That is my variable being detected as malignant or not. Okay. Now for here, just see feature which high odds ratio, such as, so if I have concavity worst, symmetry worst, so if you see over here I have concavity worst, symmetry worst. Okay, so all these values is greater than 1 first, and this is having value as 4.81. Over here my value is 2.84. Over here my value is 2.36. It means that it is having a strong positive association with malignant diagnosis, which means that these variables are positively impacting, and any positive change in the value of this variable is going to directly affect the diagnosis of my tumor being malignant. So similarly, if my ratios are close to 1 like this, it has relatively small or no impact on my tumor being diagnosed as malignant. Okay. And if my feature is less than 1, in that it has a negative association with the diagnosis. Is this clear, everyone? Please look into this once. Just ask in the chat box if you are having any doubts. Did you get this? This particular code file, I actually shared all the codes in the last class. After today's explanation, I'm going to share this file with all of you. Dhanashree, you want the code file or you want the data file? Okay. Okay, 1 minute, wait. Okay, I think Dr. Shivani, if I share the file with you, can you share it with everyone? Or I'll put it on the group.
Yes, ma'am. You share with me. I will put it in the group.
Okay. I shared the file with you. You can share it with everyone now. Okay. Now the last concept of this is remaining of any classification algorithm is plotting this ROC curve. So this is actually called as a receiver operating characteristic curve. This is very important. So what happens over here is this is a matrix. So this has a false positive rate versus a true positive rate. Now I explained you that accuracy when we plot the confusion matrix, that time it is called as there are 4 things that we need to check, that is true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative. Okay, so true positive and true negative are given over here. False positive and false negative are the values which are false. Okay, now what happens is, so this is a false positive rate and this is a true positive rate. Now for true positive and false positive, I explained you with the help of this particular confusion matrix that I plotted for you people. Okay. So what happens over here, on y-axis we plot the true positive rate, that is true positive upon Tp plus Fn, and on x-axis we plot the false positive rate, that is Fp upon Fp plus Tn. Okay. Now what are this? I'll just explain you. 1 second. So, so this has come. These box plots and all are done. I divided my data, run my logistic regression. This is my confusion matrix. So if you see over here, this is actually your confusion matrix, which is there. Now I told you that this 278 is going to be the true positive, 158 is going to be the true negative. Now true positive means in my data set, actually my data is positive, but when I run the model and did my prediction, that time also my predictions came as positive. So my actual data is positive and my predictions came positive. So they both are true. That means this is my true positive count. When I am at 158, it is true negative. So when my data is negative and my predictions also came as negative, this is true negative. Okay. Now the problem is with this 8 and 11. What are these? These are actually saying that in my data set, my actual data was malignant, but when I run the model and did the prediction, it was predicted as being benign. So here the error is there. So how many such errors are there? 8. Over here it is 11. So that means actually my data in my data set, actual data was benign, but when I run the model, it was predicted as malignant. So whenever you will have a confusion matrix, this left to right diagonal, this top and left, this has to be maximum, and this right to left, this diagonal has to be less, minimum as possible. Because when your true positive and true negative value increases, your accuracy increases, your error decreases. Okay, that is the crux of your classification. So that's how we do this false positive and true positive rate. Okay, so this is actually the percentage that we find out. Now this entire area is divided into two halves. This diagonal divides the area into two halves. And on top of this is, so over here I have given the key interpretation points along the diagonal line, which is 45-degree line. What does it say? This is a line of no discrimination. Means the model is making random guesses. If you see this orange one, this is called as the ROC curve. If this curve aligns to this particular diagonal, then my model is bogus. It is running with a 50% accuracy. 50% accuracy means there is no proper classification present in my data. Okay. Now the next is, if this accuracy curve goes above this diagonal, then it is moving more towards 1, that is more towards 100%, and my accuracy is increasing. That is how this ROC curve is to be interpreted. If this curve is below diagonal, then it is a bad model. So see, below the diagonal suggests the model performs worst. Okay. So it is, I have also given the range 0.9 to 1 excellent performance, 8 to 9 good, 7 to 8 is fair, 6 to 7 is poor, and 0.5 no discrimination or random guessing, no proper classification. Understood? So this is the entire ROC curve. So when I talk about validating the model, these all things basically comes under model validation. So when I talk about model validation, you should do the confusion matrix, you should do the odds ratio, and then you should do the ROC curve. Okay. So this is how you will validate the model. So can you guys just run this and let me know? Guys, just run this and let me know, because if this doesn't work, then decision tree and random forest is not going to work for you people. Make it fast, please, and please reply to me. Okay. How many of you have executed the code? Okay. So, is this clear with everyone? Shall I go ahead? Okay. So that's all for logistic regression. Any doubts in logistic regression? You can put it in the chat box. I'm going ahead with the other type of algorithm. So the next algorithm that I have planned for all of you is decision trees. Okay. Uh, Decision trees are one of the most important, another very important classification algorithm. Now, why decision trees are important? So, the first thing is when I talk about logistic regression is basically done when your y is binary. Okay, when my decision variable or my dependent variable is only having two levels, that is yes or no or binary. Okay, now it is never that we will have that type of a classification class always. So there are always going to be, many times there are going to be more than two classes for classification. So when we have that type of a classification model, we do something which is called as decision trees. Okay. Now very interesting, and like you will like the algorithm once I start teaching it, but you have to again do it along with me. I have planned a different data set for this particular algorithm. Okay. Now I'll first take the theory. Okay. So when we talk about decision trees, in the last class I gave you some example and some concept of decision tree is like when we have to take this type of a multiple decision. So logistic regression is a go-to for binary classification. Then why do we use decision trees? When we have multi-level classifications to be done. Okay. Now suppose I have this particular problem in my hand to study about the reasons for employee attrition. So over here the problem is high employee attrition. Now how am I supposed to interpret or understand this particular reason? So this is a typical type of a decision tree which is formed when we run the model. Okay. Now my over here the decision variable is going to be left or stay. An employee has left the organization or the employee is staying in the organization. Okay. Now, what are the reasons or what are the features that are impacting this particular decision? First thing is promotion. So whether I am getting promotion or whether an employee is getting promotion in a span of 5 years. Okay. So if he is getting a promotion within a span of 5 years, then the next variable or the next feature that needs to be studied is projects completed. Okay. So now he says, okay, the employee has got promotion in last 5 years. After only this variable or this feature is not necessary to consider whether the person is going to remain in my organization or not. Then what? So then the next feature that needs to be covered is projects completed. Okay. So if the person is being in the company for 5 years and that person has completed projects, How many projects? Greater than 5. And if that person has completed more than 5 projects, then this person is going to stay in my organization. Else, if he is not working on more than 5 projects, then he is going to leave the organization. Is what is the behavior being found after building the model from my data. Okay. Now, if there is no promotion, okay, now we'll say that, okay, if a person is getting timely promotion, then why he is going to leave the organization, right? So he is not going to leave the organization, but provided he is working on more than 5 projects. Now, there is a satisfaction level also that needs to be studied. Whether the people who are working in the organization are satisfied within the is satisfied with the environment in which he or she is working. Okay. So if he is not getting promotion within 5 years, then the next variable that we are going to study is the employee satisfaction level within the organization. Okay. So if the satisfaction level is greater than 0.5, then the person is going to stay. And if the satisfaction level is less than 0.5, then the person is going to leave the organization. Now the question is, this is basically building an hierarchy amongst the features. So these features that we have described over here or laid down over here is basically based on the hierarchy. Okay. Now when I am doing this particular plotting of the tree, we need to consider a lot of parameters. Okay. Now I'll say promotion is one of the factor, projects completed is one of the factors, satisfaction level is another factor. Now amongst these 3 factors, if I explain you the structure of a decision tree over here, so you will see that the tree is basically arranged in the form of roots and nodes. And this promotion in 5 years is the root node, the top node, the main factor which is going to impact the decision. Okay. Now the thing is, amongst all the features, how I am going to describe or how I am going to decide that this is the feature who is going to be the most important. Are you understanding this, guys? Please write a yes or no in the decision in the chat box, please. Or I'll explain this again, because this is the crux of decision tree. And if you understand decision tree, then only you can understand random forest, else all our efforts are going to just go waste. Okay. So my problem in my hand is how I am going to decide amongst these features who is going to be the root node. Is this clear? So how I am going to do this? Now the thing is, for doing this, there are 3 main types of processes which are there. Okay, just a bit of theory. I'm not going to go much into the mathematics of that. I'll just explain the theory, and I'm going to share this presentation also with you all. You can go through it anytime and then you can understand the concepts in much detail. Okay, so now what happens is, see here. So this is the decision. So I'm going to see promotion in the last 5 years, employees. So how you are going to interpret this? Okay. Now see, promotion in last 5 years is one of the important factor. Employees without promotions are more likely to leave. This is being interpreted from this. Again, I'm focusing more on interpretation because that's what you are supposed to write in your research paper. So I would say that people who are without promotions are more likely to leave, which is one of the observation. Satisfaction level and workload is also another factor. Employees with low satisfaction level has high risk of attrition, and employee completing less than 5 projects are also at risk of attrition. Understood? So these are some logical interpretations that we are supposed to make. These are basically called as decision tree rules. Okay. Now this is the summary that we are supposed to do. I'll come back to this in some time. Now, this terminology I already explained. So there is a root node, then there are decision nodes, and where my tree ends, these are called as terminal nodes. Where my tree ends, these are called as terminal nodes. The growth of the tree stops from there. Okay. Now, there are two types of major decision trees. If my decision variable is categorical like yes, no, 0, 1 and all, they are called as categorical decision tree or classification tree. Now, decision tree is so powerful that it can even do classification on continuous data if my Y is continuous. So, those type of trees are called as regression trees. Very rarely used, but still a provision is there where people can work on regression trees as well. Okay, so all these details I have given over here. I want to focus more on the execution part. Okay, now this is the crux. I am supposed to see how the split criteria works. Now, when I am talking about the split criteria, when I am going to talk about the split criteria, there are three different types of split criteria which is available for us. So the first one is ID3 or it is called as C4.3, widely used in the industry. The another one is called as CART, which is also which uses a Gini impurity. I'll explain that. And the another one is CADE tree. Okay. So CADE tree is basically a chi-square tree. The split criteria is calculated using chi-square tree. Now, let's see how this individual classification tree works. Okay. So what happens is, let's see the calculation. How does it do? Quick summary of the calculation. So this is how the Gini index is. So the formula for the Gini index is given as, so there are two classes. Okay, now when Gini index is used, when we have a classification, so over here if you see Gini index, chi-square and information gain or entropy, these are the three methods which are used for classification tree. When my decision variable is categorical. Okay, and for regression tree it is a completely different method which is reduction in variance. Now I am basically talking about Gini index where my decision variable is having only two categories, that is true or false, 0 or 1 and so on. Now how does it work? Just see here. Now when I talk about, this is the actual data that I am having. Now if I say in my company there are total 300 employees. Okay, out of these 300 employees, how many have left? 60. So how many are remaining? 240. Okay, so there are 240 out of 300, 60 has left. Okay, now when 60 have left the institute, so the employee, so the split criteria that I am working upon is promotion in last 5 years. Just understand this, very easy. So when I say there are 300 employees, okay, so 300 employees may say how many employees have got promotion in the last 5 years is 100. How many of them have not got promotion in last 5 years is 200. Amongst these 100, how many have left is 8. And among this 200, how many have left is 52. So what is the percentage? It is 0.08. Here it is 0.26. Understood? Did you understand this? Everyone, just tell me right in the chat box. So over here, if I am having 300 employees, so total count of left is 6. How many employees are got promotion in the last 5 years is 100. How many of them have not got promotion is 200. Amongst this, how many I have left is 8 and how many are left over here is 52. So total count of 8 plus 52 is 60. Okay. Now who does this? At the back end, when you are running the decision tree algorithm, this calculation is being done by the Gini index parameter. Okay. Now, if I talk about this projects completed, okay. So if you see again, there are 300 employees, left are 60. How many employees are there who have completed projects more than 5? Over here are 160. And how many less than 5 is 140. Now amongst this 140, how many have left is 24. Amongst this 160, how many of left is 36. Okay. So that's why again I am finding the percentage, which is 17 and here it is 23. Okay. Similarly over here also I have done the calculation. Clear? Now the same values are put in this particular formula. So if you see over here, so P is 8 by 100 and for subnode given over here is 0.08 raised to 2, 1 minus 0.08 raised to 2. This is just the formulation that they have given, and based upon this particular formulation, the calculated value is 0.6944 for this particular feature, which is promotion in last 5 years. Projects completed value is 0.6814. Okay. And similarly, if I talk about satisfaction level, it is 68.15. Okay. So amongst these three values, who is getting the highest score promotion in last 5 years? So promotion in last 5 years is going to be my root node. Are you getting? Is this clear, everyone? Great. Good. So similarly, the chi-square also works and the information and entropy also works. I'm not going to go into the much detail of all this. Once I share this presentation, you will be able to understand. If you have any issues, I'll just share my email ID with you. You can put on the doubts over there. We can resolve it over mail. Okay. Now, for me, so once this split criteria is decided, now it performs iteration at every stage and then the tree is being made. Now let's go to Python and I'll just explain this to you all. Now for decision tree over here, I have taken a different data set. Okay, I'll share this data set with you. Dr. Shivani, I will share the data set with you. You can please pass it on to the participants.
Sure, ma'am.
Madam, can you check? I just shared the data with you.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just.
I will also share this code file. You can share this with the participants as well.
Ma'am shared.
Yeah, I also shared 2 code files with you. Just share that also with them so that they can parallelly run it with me.
Ma'am done.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay. Now see, just let's go ahead and run this particular code. So if you keep running it with me, wherever the necessary libraries are to be installed, it will get installed. And if it gives you any error, just let me know, type in the chat box. I will tell you how you are supposed to resolve that error. Okay. Okay. Now, so guys, you have to understand this, that here I am reading the CSV file, okay, and I have written this sep is equal to semicolon, means if you open the file, it is a comma separated. The data given over here is separated with semicolon. So I have given here as semicolon, means it is going to read it as individual columns. So now over here again I did some EDA where I have printed the head, that is the first 5 rows of my data. So okay, let me explain the data to you quickly. Okay, so if you see over here, we are having the columns as age, job, marital status, education, default, housing, loan, contact, month, day of the week, and all those things. Okay, and I am going to check over here. If you see, my target variable is yes or no, whether that person is going to buy my particular product or not. This is basically a insurance product that I am supposed to sell to my customer. So if I am selling an insurance product, what are the parameters that I'm going to check? That particular person is married or not, his education level, whether he is having a loan, what is the duration, how many times. So this is a digital marketing company and he is running some campaigns. Okay, so I'm going to check whether that particular person is taking part in the campaign or not, if he is engaging in the campaign or not, all these type of information is recorded in this particular data set. Okay. I'll share the data description also as notes with all of you. Now this is the description that I have done for my data. So here if you see, all the continuous data description is being written. All these things we have covered in the last class. I am checking if there are null values or not in my data set. Okay. Now here is the visualization of my target variable. So if you see, my target variable, if the person is buying a policy or not, is yes, is very low. And how many data count I am having, if you see over here in my data set? If you see the count of my data, how many data count you are having? Can you just open the CSV file and tell me? I think we are having some 35,000 data set. So this is the data over here. So if you see, control end. So I am having around 41,188 data, rows of data. Okay. Now if I see the code, you will see out of that, how many, around 5,000 people are actually buying the policy, and people who are not buying the policy is huge. So for me, the problem statement is going to be, what are the reasons that is impacting the decision of not buying the policy? Those are going to be my pain points that we are going to address. Okay. Now, once I understand those pain points, I can rework on my advertisement strategy and try to boost the product and see whether the purchase in the perception of the people has changed or not. This is how the classification algorithms help in the decision making process. Okay. So my target variable yes is very low. Okay. So we need to work on this. Now if you see what I have done here, one more level of EDA that we have done, it is called as label encoder. Now what we are doing over here as label encoder, wherever the columns are object, means if you see over here, the data type, the data sets that are having object means categorical values, qualitative values, I need to convert it. Okay. So wherever I am having object values, I need to convert it. So for that, we are supposed to use this type of a label encoder. So what it does, it goes through that particular column and see, if male is written as M, it will convert it as 0, female as 1. So by automatically it is going to do the conversion, and it is not our headache to go manually and do the conversions. So that's why we use label encoder. This is one of the very important data transformation which is used on a large scale in classification. So for this type of data, I purposely use this so that this reference of code is also there with you. Now again over here, we are dropping the y variable and keeping all the x variable with me. Now if you see over here, I had, see, job was housemaid, services, admin, marital, married, unmarried, education, basics, high school and all. So if you see, these are all qualitative data. After I did my label encoding, okay, I converted my data. Now if you see, it got converted into ones and zeros. Job, it got converted into its respective levels. Education level is also got converted into levels. Now all my qualitative data got converted into quantitative discrete data. This is the magic of this particular data transformation, which is label encoder. Okay. Now my y is again converted into zeros and ones. I splitted my data and I gave the criteria of entropy tree. So entropy tree, if I talk about, it is this, the ID3 tree or C4.5 tree is what I am going to use to build my model. So this is one of the very popular model which is being used. Now over here, if you see, I have given the criteria as entropy. So it is going to develop entropy trees for me. Now over here, if you see, this is my train data. Now out of this train data, this is the confusion matrix. My true positive and my true negative, my true positive and my true negative is this much, and my false positive and false negative is 0. That means my tree is so accurate that it has given me 0 errors and my accuracy is 100%. How many of you feel that this is very good? This type of a classification should happen. Please tell me if this is a good model, yes or no? How many of you support that this is a good model? No one supports? Okay. So now when we go to the testing data, when I run the testing model on this particular test data I run on this particular trained model, so I will see that the confusion matrix has changed. Over here, if you see, it has given me 0 false classification, but over it has given me a huge false classification. Okay. So if I talk about this, so my accuracy has dropped to 89% now. My train accuracy is 100%. My test accuracy is 89%. So the difference is more than 5%, which is around 11%. So this model is never going to work for me. Is this clear? Now what do we do? So train accuracy is there. If I have to plot a decision tree, this is how my decision tree is going to be plotted, which is a blunder. Because this type of decision tree will never be accepted anywhere. Okay? Why? Because the major problem of decision trees are the problem of it being overfitted. Okay? What is overfitting now? So, when I talk about overfitting, decision tree will go to the level of developing branch. Okay, of developing branches for each and every observation that is present in its data set. Okay, so if I talk about this particular tree has a root node and its leaf node, terminal node. From its root node till its terminal node, if you see, traverse through this tree for 41,188, whatever the observations are there, all those observations will be covered in this particular tree, which is not allowed. Guys, just 1 second. Okay, understood? So this is the major problem of decision trees, which is overfittedness. Okay, so overfittedness is one of the problem. How do we resolve it? There are 2 methods to resolve it. We do something which is called as pruning. Pruning means trimming of trees. We try to stop the growth of the trees. Okay, so how does it happen? So we try to prune the tree so the trees grows vertically as well as horizontally. Vertically is called as the depth, horizontally is called as the width. Okay, we try to prune the tree horizontally as well as vertically, but we cannot do both together. We have to do either the pruning vertically downwards or we have to do the pruning horizontally sidewise. At one time only one method is allowed for us to do. So over here, if you see, I have given again criterion as entropy and I have asked him to run the model, iterate it and give me a maximum depth D, and which will be the level where I will prune my tree and I will restrict. Iske aage the tree is not going to grow. Okay. So when I do this, now if you see, when I am doing this, my training accuracy has reduced to 99% and my test accuracy has reduced to 88%. Still there is an issue of around 10%. Okay, so again this is not going to work. I again rerun this and now I got the max depth of 6. That means if you see over here, how many levels are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it is having more than 15-20 levels of classification. Amongst that, when I run the model, it told me that boss, you have to stop going beyond 6. So your tree shouldn't grow beyond 3 levels. At 6th level, it should stop. 6th level should be the terminal node. Okay, so now I am trimming it from growing vertically downwards. Okay, so when I do like this, if you see, this is the plot that I have plotted. So this is how, this is your train accuracy, this is your text accuracy. Now what it says, as my depth increases, my train accuracy will increase and my test accuracy will decrease, and the gap between train and test accuracy will keep on increasing, which is going to hamper my model. So we have to find a very sweet point where the train and test accuracy is very close to each other. That is our target of building decision trees. Okay, so when we do this, with the I am going to rebuild my tree with max depth 5 over here. That time if you see, this is now the better tree that I am going to get. Now this tree is interpretable for us. Now what it says that how you are going to interpret it. Okay, so if I say that this is the leftmost column is where my root node has stopped. Okay, so if you see, this is my class no. How you are going to interpret? So if I am going to buy a policy or not, so I am going to check how many, so this is the count. Okay, so number employed. Okay, so this is the value. If it is less than this, then I am going to check duration. If suppose on social media platform a reel or an ad is being displayed, for how much duration a customer is sticking on to looking into that ad, that is this particular duration. So if it says he is looking that ad or watching that ad for around 165.5 seconds, and if it is less than that, then again I am going to check a duration, and if that duration is less than 62.5, then that person is not going to buy my policy. Means that ad is not sufficient or it is inefficient. We have to rework in doing the promotion and making the ads again. Is this clear? Now if you look over here, if my duration is more than 165, matlab if a person is looking or watching that particular ad for more than 165 seconds, then I am going to see P days. P days are promotional days. Promotional days means how many times that person is looking or going back to watch that reel again and again, given the number of days I am doing the promotion. Okay, so when I am doing that, if my value is less than 15.5, means if a person is not returning back to my promotion for less than 15 days, then I am going to look over here. So look over here means I am going to check the campaigns, whether that person is taking part in any of the campaigns or not. If it is no, then I am going to go over here. I am going to check a euro bond, which is an index. And if it is also falling below, then that person is not going to buy the policy. So all these parameters are going to help you plot these decision trees. So this is how you are supposed to interpret the trees. So over here, I have written a summary. So this is the tree. I have written some particular interpretations how you are supposed to interpret the trees. Okay. So the shades, if you see the shades over here, this is not given for some drawing perspective. The shades contains values and meaning. So if you see over here, the darker, what it says, the darker orange nodes means that higher probability of a class moving towards no, means negative outcome. Darker blue nodes means he is going to buy. Lighter shades means there is mixed distribution of decision amongst the people. Understood? So this is how the interpretation of decision trees are going to work. Is this clear? Is this clear, everyone? Any doubts? Decision trees are a bit difficult, but once you run the codes, did you all run the codes? Anyone facing any error? You should get error at one point. If you are not getting, that means you have not run the code. Okay. So this is how we work for our decision trees. Now quickly I will introduce you to the concepts of random forest. So these are decision trees which are overfitting. I have explained the logic of pruning also over here. Okay. You can go through this PPT. Now, when I talk about random forest, a very important and interesting model again, which is widely used in research as well as in industry. So what we do is, now random forest is called as ensemble models. Ensemble models means what? Why do we need ensemble models? Because it helps us to combine several methods or techniques into one particular predictive model. Now, when I talk about random forest, forest means what? Forest is jungle, right? And forest consists of lot of trees. So random forest is basically building lots and lots of decision trees and then trying to find out the results from that. Now, when I talk about decision tree and I described about this particular issue, this is called as a overfitting problem. Every decision tree will have this issue. Okay. Now, random forest is designed to help us solve this particular issue. Okay. Now, what does random forest do? It builds lot of trees. Okay. If I explain you the code, I'll explain random forest to you with the help of these codes only. So again, I have imported all the libraries. This is the data set. Okay. Dropping the columns and all. Just this line, understand. So I am running the random forest. N estimators is 100. N estimators 100 means I am asking him to run or to create 100 trees for each iteration whenever I am running the iteration of a decision tree. So in every iteration, you should make at least 100 trees. Now, what is this tree going to do? Suppose I take an example of a person going to buy a policy or not. Okay. Now, for that, I am going to make 100 different trees. Now, when I am making 100 different trees, will it make of the same 41,000 data? No. What it does at the back end, he tries to divide the data into subsets. The data is partitioned by self. There is no command that I am going to give. When I run the command or when I give the command as decision tree, as random forest over here, he understands what he has to do now. So the first task is he starts dividing the data into 100 subsets. Now this data is divided by combining horizontal and vertical combinations. Any particular combination from the data. But one thing it is to be considered that when I am dividing the data into 100 different subsets of data, we have to make sure that every column or every row participates in either one of the subsets of the data set. So if I am having 100 data sets created from one particular data set, every row and column should be part of at least one of this 100 data set, which I am creating by dividing it horizontally and vertically. Okay. अब उसमें what happens next is, when the trees are made, there is a voting. Okay, so the first tree made, I will see how many root nodes have been voted. So how many root nodes are there? So root nodes are having only two decisions, whether the person is going to buy or not buy. So I'm going to count in first tree whether buy count is more or not buy count is more. If buy count is more, then he is the winner. So for first tree, that particular logic, the first tree logic is going to give me, yes, if these are the logic over here, then the decisions is going to be yes. If in the second tree I get maximum vote has been given for not buying, that means I am going to study the rules of those particular tree and understand that if this is the behavior, then the particular decision is going to be no. Are you understanding? So likewise, 100 different trees I am going to study. So instead of just studying one tree, I am going to study 100 different trees, and I am not going to study. My Python is going to do that for me. Okay. So over here, if you see the estimators, I have given 100 and all. Now when I run this again in train, I have got 100% accuracy. And my test prediction has given me 91%. So my test accuracy is decreasing and it is moving more closer towards my train accuracy. So my accuracy, difference between the accuracy has reduced over here again. Okay. Now if you see, this is the confusion matrix of my test data. Now the next is most important. I am having, suppose in my data set, I am having 20, 30, 40, 50 rows. Okay, columns. Amongst that, many of the columns are not important. So might be these type of issues are there, that I am getting an overfitted trees because of the data which is irrelevant, and still I am putting it to build the trees. So this one feature is available in random forest, which is understanding the important variables amongst the list of columns that we are having, list of features that we are having. Okay. So this is where the logic of variable importance is there. Now this is the plot. Amongst the variable, I will see that duration is the highest. Means the feature that is impacting the decision is if the customer is spending more amount of time in observing or watching my particular advertisement. Understood? Then is this index, then age, then employed, then campaign, and all these things. Okay. Now what I have done is I have created a threshold and I took the first 5 top features, and just keeping this, I have built the model of my decision tree, because only those 5 factors are going to be important for me. Clear? And then when I built my model, I got my training accuracy as 93 and my test accuracy as 91. I have reduced overfittedness as well as my train and test accuracy is now within the range. Is this clear? So how you are going to interpret this? So when I have taken the top 5 features, means that is duration, Eurobond, age, employed, and campaign. These are the features that I am going to target. So whenever I am going to make my strategies for distributing or making the campaigns, I will see that I work more upon these particular features or parameters that are available for us. Okay. Now the most common thing is, you can ask that whether these 5 features be constant always. The answer is no. As and how my size of data changes, again I have to rerun the model depending upon the behavioral implications of the people who are there. Again these features might change. So after 2-3 months, when I gather more 50 suppose 5-10,000 data, I will see that age is not coming as an important feature. that time suppose housing becomes an important feature. So then that time I have to again rebuild my model with those top 5 or 6 or 10 features. Here I have taken 5. It's up to you. You can take 6, 7, 8 features also if you want to make your model more robust. But the main target is you have to prevent your train accuracy from overfitting. 100% accuracy for train is never accepted. So your train accuracy should be somewhere like this, and your test accuracy very close to train accuracy. The difference should be within the range of 5%. So this is how it is proved and achieved. So this is what you have to understand about random forest. So we did logistic regression, we did decision trees, and we did random forest. I have shared the presentation with shared this data files as well as the code files with you. Presentation, Dr. Shivani, I'll share by tomorrow or by tomorrow, then you can share it with the participants. I need to do some editing as per whatever content I have covered today. Yes, that's all from my side. So these algorithms are a bit heavy, but you don't have a chance if you have to publish, keeping machine learning as the crux of your research. So classification algorithms, you need to target all these algorithms in your study.
Thank you, ma'am. I request the participants now, if they have any query, please raise your hand or write your query in the chat box.
Yeah, you should ask doubts and queries because these are difficult algorithms.
Yes, please.
Yeah, if you want, you can go back, study, and again reach out to me if needed.
Is there any query from the participant? I guess I'm all sorted with all participants. I guess they're very much clear with the content. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your session. This insight, I'm sure that it's going to help us all for the research endeavors. Thank you so much for your time, ma'am. And
I hope today's session was a bit more intense.
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Yes, ma'am. It seems like that because we don't have any query at the end of the we
So
reached
there
at
are
the
only two possibilities: either everything is understood or nothing is understood.
let us be optimistic this time. Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. And we request the participant to please fill the feedback form. We'll be sharing the feedback form shortly, and we'll meet again tomorrow. Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll keep in touch. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you, Tanushree, ma'am.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. We request the admin to please close the meeting.